see that hunk right there? That's brisket. That's that tendernism. That burger, 100% ground beef. I'll tell you, boy, got the best down here. We doing that Destination Smokehouse Eatery at the Hood. You know what that is? In the southern part, Hemet, California. Now check this out. I gotta know how it tastes.
See, that's that personality.
Y'all come on down here.
You can't recreate that.
El Paso burger today.
That boy just got
all
it.
of a sudden, now that Mr. Tendernism gone, the meat ain't supposed to fall off the bone. Oh, okay.
You don't want it to fall off the bone. You don't really want a pulled pork bite of this. You want to taste something where there's more pork flavor, more integrity left in the meat.
More integrity left in the meat. But you weren't saying all of that when it was Mr. Tendernism recipe. Okay.
Look at this.
Man, it's like the life got sucked out of that business since dude left.
Mr. Tendernism was there. All that work wasn't needed for the meat to fall off the bone.
Wow. See, that's what your gift does. It brings life to a business. Remember that. Let's check this out.
Hey, you couldn't even lift it. Ridiculous. That's so big.
I mean, is that during Mr. Tenderness or when he left? Is it still like that? Do anybody know? Comment.
This is a crackers. All right, so now that I'm back home, I'm gonna unpack this experience. We waited in line for about an hour and a half prior to opening, and we ordered a pound of oxtails, half pound of brisket, 16 ounces of mac and cheese, dino rib, Texas toast, you know, little stuff like that. I saw somebody else saying that the dino rib just tasted like meat and grease. Yeah, the oxtails, I do think that we might have caught them on a bad day because there were some people who were regulars that said that it was hella salty that day, and I have to agree. The mac and cheese, I wasn't anticipating liking it, I'm not gonna lie to you, but they tasted like a cheddar cracker. I had this familiar taste, but not what I would want my mac and cheese to taste like. The brisket was cool. Tendernism was no front. Everything was falling off the bone. The pickled onions were the best part, and that's ridiculous. I will say later on in the day when we went to reheat our food, I slammed that shit. I had 2 gummies at that point, so I'm not sure if that contributed to it.
Shit's getting weird. Part infinite. Hey, why the fuck are y'all so mad at the Destination Smokehouse people? Right? With Unc and them. Why the fuck y'all so mad? He been rocking with the Tendernism dude forever. And it's his business. What the fuck is the problem? What's wrong with y'all? This is what I hate about like virality. Because they build you up to tear you down. They will look for any little thing to tear your ass down. Go eat the food. And if you like the food, great. You don't like the food, get the fuck out of here. But don't worry about what they've been doing since God knows how long. They've been going since for a long time, before this shit went viral. So what the fuck, man? Y'all are weird to me. I don't know, it's shit weird. Like, I get what you're saying and stuff like that. I just don't look at this situation like that. None of y'all motherfuckers was there when they were going to the thick of it. So now all of a sudden, because they're viral, just like they said in that one song, bitch, you wasn't with me shooting in the gym? Huh. Bitch, you wasn't with me shooting in the gym? If you're not in the gym shooting with me, when times are hard, shut the fuck up when I go viral. You feel me?
So y'all hear what I'm saying, that this situation touched everybody in many different ways, man. You know, on every side of the perspective, on the spectrum, it touched them, man. You know, so people are responding based upon how it hit them, man. So, you know, you could take it for what it is, you know. So when I'm listening to these reactions, I'm understanding this situation hit you in a certain way, and that's why you're saying what you're saying.
Shut that shit up.
And I want to address this too real quick.
They trademarked tendernism. They don't even say tenderism. They don't even say tenderism!
How can one be so loud and yet so wrong? They didn't trademark the slogan. Person who trademarked it is a black man named Kenneth Harris. Okay? You just gotta look this up. It really is not that hard. And apparently he's trying to help Walt, which is Unc, right? Well, just leave him alone, man. If he's happy, let him be happy.
I had a wonderful woman come up to me today, and she stopped me. I was at the soda machine, and she's like, how does it feel to change the world?
Ain't nobody come here to see you, Otis. And ain't nobody say that to you. How does it feel to be changing the world? You making barbecue, bro. Come on, stop it. Now all of a sudden when the black community don't want to support Destination Smokehouse, now you're making a video pretty much saying like, hey, I ain't racist, guys. Nobody said you're racist. We said you're capitalizing off of black business when it is not black owned, and we see the jig that is going on, and the jig is up. And then you got Tendernism sitting in the back of your video like a fucking prop, and it's given to Django. That's all. It's given the Django movie. It all feels forced, and it's giving off the energy like, hey, I got a black friend. Guys, don't worry, I'm not a racist. The truth is that he wanted to be Tendernism. He wanted to be Tendernism because Tendernism started having all the people come there. He had all the attention from creators, and he could not understand why, if he's the owner, why is his face not in the videos? And white folks, even when they're not blatantly racist, they have a hard time not being a main character. Now I got this saltine dancing and shucking and jiving on my timeline because he thinks black support boils down to dancing and food, when it was the attitude, it was the flow in which Tendernism was given off, and that is what we supported.
So, y'all, I'm up early this morning, and of course, all across my FYP is about Mr. Tenderism. And a lot of y'all know what's going on with Mr. Tenderism. He is doing a thing. But, y'all, I came across a post. Y'all got to look at these comments. Hold on.
So you might have to pause it here to look at them.
Y'all hold on. It's more.
Regretism. Damn.
Y'all. All them isms, I'm telling y'all. If we stood up like we stood up for Mr. Tenderism,
they
just
like
the
vacationism.
Unity is what starts and causes change. That's why they keep us divided. Y'all have a great day and continue with all the isms.
People saying that restaurant that fired the Tenderism guy and is racist and calling it segregation smokehouse allegedly, and that the owner is allegedly racist, is no surprise as somebody who grew up in Murrieta, California. That place is a MAGA infested white supremacist little heaven, and that's exactly why I moved out as soon as I turned 18. And unfortunately I go back sometimes because my parents still live there, who are conservatives, and I stay just in my mom's home because I am a queer woman with a brown partner, and I don't even feel safe taking her to most of the places in Murrieta, California. Is it unfortunate that this person is the owner is like allegedly racist and they probably mistreated Unc? It is very unfortunate. It is very unfortunate. Is it surprising? Absolutely not. And I just want to bring context into the kind of place that Murrieta, California is, just in case like you needed that confirmation that that's probably what's going on there. That's probably what's going on there.
Hey y'all, come look at this.
Hey, you know, when it comes to, like, I live in California now. I live in Northern California, right near Sacramento, you know. So I had no idea, you know, because California have a different kind of racism, if I could call that, because I was born in the South, you know. So I know what it looks like when racism stares you in the face, man. I know what that looks like. And when I moved out here to California, it was racism masked as something else. So I'm wondering, does Marietta, California feel that way? Because there's many places I've went to in California, like San Francisco, Sacramento, San Jose, places like that. That's very diverse, man. And so everybody mingle with everybody. So this Marietta place in California has to be like a one-off. You know what I mean? Because I haven't experienced the same level of racism per se as I did when I stayed in Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, you know, Arkansas, those type of places, you know. But anyway.
All right, let's see. What do you got, Butch? Right. Go.
What the fuck? Destination Smokehouse over there making Chili's baby back ribs. This the definition of falling the fuck off right here, boy. He done pulled that toothpick at them Applebee ribs.
You guys are cooking ribs like you're trying to win
He
an
looked
award.
I
confused.
don't know what award y'all trying to win. I can tell you this, they done lost that goddamn award. Y'all motherfuckers might not even deserve a participation certificate.
Love it.
He's literally looking like, am I doing this right?
Boy, this shit boring as hell. He over there finger
Is this
fucking
right?
ribs. Them some bitches ain't got no personality. Don't they understand that's part of the whole flavor thing? Y'all niggas dry, the ribs dry.
What are you looking for right now, sir?
I'm looking for tendernism.
So are we.
Oh my God.
All we see is bullshitnism, crackernism, a whole lot of
gets it, dude.
deliciousness. I'd rather get my ribs from
Chili Lings, where we make food for the whole family.
No one realized that within 24 hours of Mr. Tendernism being exploited and fired by the restaurant, Keith Lee swiftly took 3 crazy steps to help Tendernism reclaim his trademark rights. Recently, food critic Mr. Tendernism was fired by Destination Smokehouse, the very restaurant he transformed from a humble establishment.
So let me dive in right here. Now, when it comes to getting Mr. Tenderness back on his feet, man, there's a lot of speculation out there. It wasn't just one person, man, that really jumped in there to help Mr. Tendernism. It was a number of people, definitely to help to get the trademark, to help to help him get established, get food trucks, different things like that, and put them on. It was multiple people that helped. So right now they're giving credit to just one of the people that helped Mr. Tenderness, but understand it was multitudes of people that actually pitched in to help Mr. Tenderness. So just keep that in mind.
Into a hot spot with long queues. Now, the restaurant is attempting to seize the trademark that he owns, a move that has sparked sympathy among many netizens. After Keith's restaurant review videos helped Tendernism rise to fame, Keith decided to lend a helping hand. First, he hired top-tier lawyers for him. Upon learning that the restaurant owner was trying to register the Tendernism trademark, the lawyers swiftly took action. Realizing the risk of the brand being stolen, they filed a trademark application or raised an objection in time, successfully securing the trademark under Tendernism before the restaurant owner could. In addition, Keith immediately expressed his support for Tendernism on social media. He made it clear to the entire internet that it was Tendernism himself who attracted millions of followers, not the restaurant's sign. This led netizens to start boycotting and no longer dine at the restaurant. Most importantly, Keith has already created a fundraising link for Tendernism. Many celebrities and netizens have shown their support and donated to the campaign, which has raised over $50,000. Everyone hopes that Tendernism will reopen a restaurant under his own name and restart his career.
Hey, I'm finna tenderize the world now.
My name's Nick.
Do it.
Hey, Nick. And recently there's been a lot of conversations about Destination Smokehouse that don't fully represent our history or what we stand for.
I know we've all been waiting to hear this. Go ahead, go ahead.
Walter was never asked to leave. Walter was an early source of inspiration for me.
An early source of inspiration sounds very minimal. I wish there was somebody I could ask about the real story about the inspiration.
Walt and I met when we were Destination Coffee Bar, and he came in as someone who wanted to help us turn the place into more of a restaurant. He was just showing us ways we could be creative. So during COVID, we decided to do a barbecue event that was all Walt's idea. It was all Walt's idea. And ended up being successful.
So by early source of inspiration, you mean came up with the whole...
It was all his idea.
Got it.
These moments were filled with camaraderie and mutual respect.
I wonder if Unc feels the same way.
It is what it is. You gotta move on. When things happen, you don't get mad.
You can tell by the way Unc's talking. They're not cool.
Hey, they should have never. But it is what it is, y'all.
Go visit Mr. Tendernism, Unc's new page. Check out his GoFundMe, and he doesn't have to worry about anybody else getting up in his videos. Thanks for watching.
You know, greedy people, you know, opportunists love to have people under their thumbs, man. One of the big things that middle class people complain about is the injustice in society, man. You know, the evil corruptness of the system loves, man, to have you under their thumb. They love to for people to be their puppets, you know. So I believe if Walter, you know, would have just been a puppet, man, would have just, you know, just played his part, you know, like how some people would say, that's how the system is, man. The system will suck as much life out of your gift, and then when they feel like they don't have any use for you, they do the same thing they did to Mr. Tenderness, man. He said in one video, man, when he met Walter, he didn't have anything. So I mean, he practically gave Walter, and he didn't understand. Walter brought the light. He brought the gift. He brought that thing that was the attraction, you know, to people coming, you know. But that's how society is, man. You know, they try to exploit your gifts, you know, suck the life out of you like vampires, man. And most of the time, many of us as working class, we rarely recognize and do something about that type of injustice.
And as always, I love you guys.
Hey, you just take another step. Get glad. Praise the Lord, you're still living.
The problem with Destination Smokehouse and places like it, the barbecue is not presented to me on a red and white plaid printed paper plate that has a parchment paper layer on top of it, and then it's a piece of white bread sopping it up at the bottom. That's the only barbecue I really want to fuck with. And then it needs to be presented to me from somebody behind 10 panes of bulletproof glass and a surly motherfucker in the back giving me the stank eye. That's how I know the barbecue is gonna slap. I want us to free Mr. Tendernism, free him from the shackles. They blocked.
Well, look, I don't want to die trying to get no barbecue, because I don't know where you getting the barbecue from, but it don't feel safe.
That man's $4,000 tip, because that's what the colonizers is gonna do with their gentrified plate of barbecue. When I saw that shit is on one of those metal pans, I was like, that's not the barbecue we need to be eating anyway. We, the blacks, we know where the good barbecue comes from. And that's why I love that we're talking more about gatekeeping our food and the culture and our recipes. It's time to lock the shit down because they played in Uncle's face. Why are we just calling him Uncle? We don't even know the man's names. It's so much disrespect and so many layers to this shit.
I wanted to do this video as a response to, you know, some people that I saw in the comments that are stating that the mission was to destroy a business. And that was not the case, at least not for me. I know some of us may have want or have wanted to see that business closed down, but that's not me. Personally speaking, I wish them nothing but the best. I think they'll probably do the same amount of volume that they were doing before Mr. Tendernism went viral. It's just about stopping supporting a business that looked like they took advantage of somebody. Now, make no mistake, I think us as a people would still do the same thing, even if the owner was a black dude. If the owner was a black dude,
Facts.
and we found out that he was doing Mr. Tendernism wrong, the results will be the same. Also, that line was not just full of black people. It was full of white people, Mexican people, Asian people, that was all going there to see one person. If you remember, Mr. Tendernism, or Unc, he used to come out in the line. He would take pictures with people. He would, display his personality, give people kind of like a show. So that line disappearing is not just black people that stop and supporting the business. It's basically like, hey, the main attraction is gone. So therefore, the only thing that's left is going to be the food, which I imagine is going to be the exact same volume of business that they were doing before Unc went viral. So I'm putting this out there to say, me personally, it wasn't about trying to destroy business. It's just about stop supporting with our dollars someone that seemingly taking advantage someone who clearly brought in all of the traffic. And that's just what it was. And I think that's what it was for most of us. Again, there are some of us who probably want to see the business fail, who probably want to see it close down. I've seen a few comments that would seem like that's what they're wishing for. But I'm not wishing for that. I wish them nothing but the best. I hope they could become successful in some other type of ways. But truth be told, the main reason we was there was because of Alt. He's gone, so therefore we're gone. And as simple as that.
How y'all doing today? Dr. Martin Luther King. Good man, what?
Well said.
Bring all people together. All
Damn.
people together. All people. You know, we can go to Stone Mountain, Georgia. We all got to come together. All of us. We human. That's what Destination's about.
And I want you to know everything that happened with Mr. Tenderism in the Destination.
So let me just go get in right here. Listen, you could tell the heart of Walter Johnson, man. He was about everybody, man, having a good time, man. He seems like an easygoing dude that been through a lot, lived a lot of life, man. And just how he's saying there, man, he's about it's about all people, man, you know. So even just how he explained things, man, seems, you know, now I feel like those references towards him as like Steven or a Django-ish kind of thing, it was unnecessary, you know. That's just the way his heart flows, man. He's trying to tell you, I'm not just focusing on my race, you know, I'm focusing on everybody. So the previous video, you can hear the guy saying that it was people from all races, man, that was coming, taking pictures with Mr. Tenderness, man, because that's what's in his heart, man. It just flowed out of him, man. It was something that embraced everybody who was willing to be embraced. Can y'all feel me? Let's roll.
Is 100% your fault. Everything was fine until the black folk found out that he didn't own that barbecue restaurant and he had a white slave master.
Move, y'all. I got it. Good afternoon, ma'am. My name is Alicia and I'm finna cook you. Now, I am a little confused as to why you're making it seem like Unc leaving that business was some sort of terrible decision, but don't worry. Let's go through the evidence. Let's start from the beginning. Number one, isn't discernment such a gift? Because the internet looked at the situation with Unc and the owner and clocked it almost immediately. Unc was the face of the business. Influencers, celebrities, everybody was pulling up specifically to get a video with Unc, watch him throw the glasses off and say, and keep it pushing. It became a viral trend. He made the business go viral, but people also began to correctly point out that Unc was helping the business grow seemingly without the benefits of owning the business and without the money that comes with a thriving restaurant that has lines wrapped around the block 2-3 times. And that became abundantly clear because we later found out that the phrase tendernism got trademarked, but it wasn't trademarked by Unc, even though that is literally his catchphrase. And that's a problem. So when the Keith Lee situation blew up, all it really did was expose and confirm what people already suspected. And they eventually parted ways. Now, the owner says that Unc was not asked to leave, but Unc said on his GoFundMe that he was fired, and I personally have no reason to believe that Unc would lie about something like that. I believe him when he says that he was fired. But here's the thing about life. When one door closes, another door opens. Amen? Because when Unc left, he started his own business. He's still going viral, but now it's on his own terms. He's going on tour. He catered for the Ron Isley. He was featured this week on the Sherry Shepherd Show, and he posted a video with the lawyer who filed the trademark for tendernism, and that lawyer said he's going to give that trademark to Unc, so Unc will now be the owner of the phrase tendernism. Isn't that amazing? The blessings have just been raining down upon Unc ever since he left that other barbecue restaurant. So from where I'm sitting, Unc seems to be doing just fine. So let's go back to your original question.
Mr. Tenderism, y'all got under his skin. He thought, oh yeah, I'm gonna go get my own. I'm gonna go do my own. Let's see if y'all fucking support him now.
To me, I feel like you were trying to sneak this and say, oh, nobody would support Unc if he left the restaurant. But from where I'm sitting, it seems like Unc is doing just fine.
Right on, you know. So as you see, man, Mr. Tenderness is on the upside, man. I feel like this situation is a spring of hope if you look at it the right way to say, you know, this person who was obviously getting exploited, man, you know, that somebody stepped in, man, and caused life to turn around for him, man. And I hope everything is on the up and up for him, and also the Destination Smokehouse, man, you know, because it's not fair, you know, in that regard, you know, whether the guy is, you know, questionable or not, you know, his business still needs to survive, you know, and they just got to find a way, you know, to pivot, maybe go in a different direction, you know. But when I heard of the Mr. Tenderness story, man, it really struck something in my heart, because I realized, again, people who have talents and gifts, man, you have got to protect it. You got to understand that your gift is just as valuable as walking around with $2 to $3 million in your pocket, man, because many brand names and commodities and companies have taken off because they had a handful of talented people shining the light like a beacon, man, attracting us to their products, attracting us to their services, attracting us to their business, to all of this, man. They had this person, man, that had that thing. You understand what I'm saying? So many of us, you have that thing. And we, time after time, let jobs, let situation exploit us and pay us pennies, man, and make us feel bad about actually asking for what we are worth, man. So this story, let it be a springboard, man. Use your talent first to help you. Then figure out how to use your talent to go and help the world. Because if you put the world first, understand, you may be a good patriot, you may be a good saint, you may get all of those, you know, accolades, you know, humanitarian, all of that. But most of the time, there's not a paycheck behind it. You go right from being acknowledged to going home and your lights out. You can't pay your rent and stuff like that. I'm telling you, this story shows you, when you know your gift, when you know what you have inside, that's valuable. So please do not let anybody devalue that or make it seem like there's nothing, like you're privileged, you know, to work for this company. Oh no. The company is always privileged to have you, no matter if artificial intelligence is coming, because artificial intelligence is not gifted. Artificial intelligence don't have that thing, that life. It's something, man, that they created somewhere in the lab somewhere. It's dead. You know what I'm saying? What Mr. Tenderness had, he had a light. He had a light. And when he took that light away from Destination Smokehouse, everybody can feel it, man. You feel me what I'm saying? So, hey, this is Starsky. This is Working Class Rich. Hey, like and subscribe, man, you know, because we're going to talk about the things that help you think better than the rest, man, because I'm tired of seeing working class people, man, working your butt off, but there may not be no Keith Lee to come in and step in and push you to the top where you deserve, man. So just don't let them exploit you anymore at the level that you want, and protect yourself. You understand what I'm saying? So, hey, listen, I'll catch you next time, man. And let me go back to I ain't even do that right. So, hey, I'll catch you next time, man.